This community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And here's Lewis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 28 yards. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Rodgers will throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them at the end zone for the 2-point play.
Steps away to his left. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah from 6 yards away. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, wide open. Complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Bengals 7.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Burrow will throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. Powers through him. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Adams, 31 yards. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. A toss left, Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Packers are going to get the football. Here's the ball out to the 20. Well, set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just 1 big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards on the carry, a good pickup on 1st down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Going up top. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. The 40. 20. 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Third and goal, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but this is a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers flushed out right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and complete to Lewis over the middle. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll make this a 2nd down. from the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way, because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try again with Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing, Burrow. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A final shot now for Burrow. This is caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
At the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing